Though to make this even approaching attempting a field goal, but a minute at a time. You still can use the middle of the field. Dolphins bringing pressure.
It's 1st and 10. Downfield they go. Dropped by Davis, but heavily defended on the play by Nick Needham. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 51 seconds to go.
Well, a size advantage for Davis on Needham. A lot of contact there. You can see that right arm wrapped around Davis. No call was made as they were both trying to jockey for position to get to the ball. And then Needham with that left arm knocking the pass away.
It's 2nd down and 10. Underneath he goes. Crowder to midfield. Right there, hit by Rowe, close to the 1st down, about a football's length shy. No timeouts, clock ticking at 40 seconds.
You can't spike it, it's 3rd down. Get up there and try and get the 1st down. That's the most important thing. A lot of time coming off the clock.
3rd and 1. Allen, and he has his backup tight end, Morris. Another catch for him. He's down to the 43 of the Miami Dolphins on a gain of 7 against the 1st down.
Does a good job, Morris does it, getting out of bounds. Guys, Isaiah McKenzie looked like he was cramping. He was stretching at the end of that play over on the other side of the field. Just can't get enough fluids in you. 27 seconds. If you're Josh Allen, you can still use the middle of the field because you can get up on the ball and spike it if you need to.
Off the back, 1st and 10.
Dolphins bringing pressure and going man.
Crumbling pocket, and he throws it away. It'll be 2nd down and 22 seconds to go, and no timeouts.
Well, he knew he couldn't hang out of that long. The Dolphins were bringing pressure. They brought 6 that time in only a 5-man protection. There was no quick throw to be had, so Allen doing the responsible thing there and just throwing it away. Good job by Josh Boyer, the defensive coordinator of the Dolphins, to dial it up after not blitzing the previous 3 downs.
Second down and 10. Pressure coming from Ogba. Incomplete to Davis. Coverage by Needham. It's 3rd and 10. And the clock at 18 seconds.
Ogba just taking Quisenberry right back into the lap of Josh Allen, and Allen throwing that off his back foot, trying to lead him. You can see everybody's just exhausted out there. The heat.
Offense number 77.
Oh, they called holding on Quisenberry.
Still 2nd down.
So because they're so close to a field goal, they went ahead and took the yardage, let them keep it at 2nd down. Time's the biggest detriment right now with only 18 seconds.
Buffalo has beaten Miami 7 consecutive years, 7 consecutive seasons, 7 consecutive is a long time to go. 2nd down and 20. Allen, up, grabbed, gets away. Oh my goodness, how did he escape? It goes off to McKenzie. He'll drive and dance. The clock continues to tick.
They gotta spike
he picks up 11. The clock is at 5. The clock is at 3. Miami is 1. Zeros on the clock.
Ball security, ball security, ball security.
Ready? What's that?
1st down inside the 15. Barkley goes down. Now inside the 10 with a minute 24 left. Ravens 3 timeouts remaining. They'll use one of them. The New York Giants have been probably the biggest surprise in the NFL through the first 5 games. They're 4-1. Nobody expected it. An opportunity to move to 5-1 against a high-quality team, the Baltimore Ravens. What the Giants have done in the second half of games, particularly the 4th quarter this season, is a testament to their coaching staff and how far they've come in such a short period of time.
No question about it. And they are a team that got comfortable with late game situations, 4th quarter leads, non-leads that are close in a very short amount of time.
Extra offensive lineman handed off. Barkley spin move. He should go down after the 1st down, and he will. Smart football from Barkley and the Giants. With a minute 17 left, Baltimore cannot win this game.
Resulting play is the first down for the Giants.
Teams talk to us all the time about situational football. No better
30-second
example than understanding the situation and then executing it under pressure.
If he goes into the end zone, you give the Ravens a chance.
Right. Now,
No chance. Baltimore has one timeout remaining. There's a minute 17 on the clock. The Giants will line up in victory formation.
and these teams that have lost to the Giants, many of them have gone back to their facilities and thought, we have a better roster, we have a better team, but they have not executed well down the stretch, while this Giants team with a so-called lesser roster has done exactly that.
NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars is coming up, time permitting.
Final timeout.
Final timeout called by the Ravens. The New York Giants are a minute 13 away from improving to 5-1 on the season.
No more NFC least, is there? Think about that division. Philadelphia still undefeated as we talk now. Dallas, 1 loss. Giants, 1 loss. What a division.
Buffalo at Kansas City coming up next. Wink Martindale, what a feeling for him. 10 years with the Ravens organization.
And his defense made the biggest plays down the stretch.
Baltimore, 2 turnovers in the last 3 minutes.
But so unavoidable if you just know how to line up correctly. That's what killed him. A penalty on 3rd down forced him into another play, and that affected the ball game.
An unlikely story being written in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Brian Daboll and the New York Giants are now 5-1 on the season. They rally to knock off the Ravens 24-20. What a turnaround for this organization. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, they do enough on the offensive end, and the defense delivers. Julian Love with the interception to help get it started. And then the fumble recovery for New York to win it 24-20, the final for Charles Davis, Evan Washburn, Gene Steratore. Ian Eagle say
Chiefs at the Chargers 46. Time the best do their best. Mahomes, 5 to choose from. Sky Moore's got it at the 33-yard line. Chiefs still have those couple of timeouts.
Sky Moore has been a headache tonight for these Chargers.
5 catches and 7 all year. The 33. Mahomes taking off out of space to run. Mahomes inside the 20. Slides down to the 16-yard line. Timeout Kansas City. 37 seconds remaining.
Timeout. Kansas City. Their second of the half.
Defensive players love this 2-man coverage where they have 2 deep safeties behind and then they play man underneath. The problem is that right there, and every quarterback in the NFL knows it. Even if you're not a running quarterback, you'll see quarterbacks run against that defense, and usually it's played, Mike, in these big situations, and they got him.
And I just had a flashback to the game we did 2 weeks ago in Tennessee. Late in the game, they need a play. There goes Mahomes, 15, 16, 18 yards. 24 straight in November and December. And he's never lost a road division game. All 13 of them he's won, trying to keep those 2 streaks alive on this drive. 1 timeout left, 37 seconds. Watson, the motion man. Kelsey alone on the right. Coming across to the left. On the run, Kelsey. Kelsey, touchdown! The hat trick. 3 touchdowns for Kelce. The Chiefs take the lead. Big PAT Harrison Butker. He's got it. He's been terrific kicking tonight. 31 seconds, 3 timeouts for the Chiefs to respond.
Anytime they know it's man, there's Derwin James right there. You're going to get right there. And even though there's no contact, for Derwin James, when he turns and sees 2 people coming at him, there's a moment's hesitation. But Kelce won that so big right off the jump. There was just nothing that Derwin James can do. He could not catch him once he got in that trail position. And then the little pick on the inside by Justin Watson made Derwin James just dip a little bit back inside. These guys are so smart. They're just so smart. They know what they're doing. And Travis Kelce reads defenses every bit as well as Patrick Mahomes, which is what makes them so magical out there.
It's greatness, it's answering the moment, and it's also the nuance. And 2 weeks ago we were in Kansas City, and Andy Reid reminded us, and we talked to Kelce and Mahomes, they go down during other practice periods, and they just work on little things, these 2 guys, and they come up with just the special sauce, and it changes week to week. And usually it changes to something that works out.
Laboratory.
That's right. 31 seconds, still time for the Chargers here. Drive's going to start at the 25. And can they get in field goal range for Cameron Dicker, who's hit 2 game winners this year in his 3 NFL games? This one would be a game tire.
I tell you what, we have seen a lot of sequels to Travis Kelce making game-winning plays against these Chargers. It's amazing.
So they need about 38 yards. Dicker hit from 55 in warm-ups. So you figure they got to get back down around 3 first downs here. Herbert's thinking about taking off here, but what a play inside by Chris Jones. He stepped right up, took Herbert down. Timeout Chargers, 25 seconds remaining.
Los Angeles, their first of the half.
And Chris Jones is as smart as anybody out there. He knows because they've got both tackles wide, it's going to be a temptation for Herbert to do exactly what Patrick Mahomes did on that previous play. When he rushed, he had his head up, he saw the step up, came back and made the play. That was a monster play.
5 sacks of Herbert tonight. Most times he's been sacked in a game in his career.
They do have the rookie Brian Cook in up over Keenan Allen.
In the 20, Herbert escaping, in trouble, puts it up for grabs for Allen. It's almost intercepted, and is on the deflection. Brought in by Nick Bolton. Herbert put it up for grabs. Allen was coming across. They converge in the secondary, and the Chiefs come away with the big takeaway and a big, big win.
Start right back inside again here with Chris Jones with the quick move, forces Herbert to get off that spot, backpedal, and make an uncommon throw. And the Kansas City Chiefs do what they always do. They always look like they may be out of it, that they're going to lose the game, and they just do what they do, which is find a way. And especially on the road in these divisional games. That record is just phenomenal.
And they find guys, too. Deion Bush, who hasn't played a defensive snap in a couple of weeks, back there helping deflect it. Staley won't use the last couple of timeouts. Travis Kelce comes up big, and Big Red, Andy Reid, gets another one. Well, every Mahomes-Herbert game has been a one-score game, and it was again tonight.
Fantasy football owners are loving him tonight. Pulled a lot of teams from deficits to big wins.
7-point game now. Raiders from the 25. Jacobs out of the backfield. Got a good block out on the edge from Renfro. And turns that catch and run into 13 yards. This one for Adams. wasn't ready for it as he got popped by Justin Reed. That's Hollins now in the slot, 2nd down and 10. This is Jacobs. They clear out for him, and Jacobs on 2nd and 10 is able to pick up 6. 3rd down and 4. Carr pulls it down and then flips. Somehow is able to get it to Bolden for a 1st down. Here's Jacobs bouncing it to the edge, and Bolden makes the stop. Good tackle. Fake it to Jacobs. Carr. That room out in front of him shut down in a hurry with Fenton closing fast. They'd have 2 downs to try to get the yardage. Let's see what happens on 3rd. Carr. Adams downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Comes off the ball, he stutters and double moves him right there. I mean, and that's the other rookie, Brian Cook, who was playing over the top. So he gets past Jalen Watson, and then he fools the other rookie, Cook. And a perfect throw because Carr was having to step up in order to deliver that football. If you have an opportunity right here offensively to take the lead, you do it.
They hand to Jacobs, and no signal. They didn't get it. And the Chiefs still lead by 1. But they being the Raiders, still trail, albeit by 1. Both sides miss on 2-point tries at the end of their last 2 possessions. Here's a return by Sky Moore up to the 30. From outside the 30, here's Sky Moore. Turns upfield and then gets dropped by Merrick. They don't miss much. Edwards-Helaire just pushing the pile. And still rumbling. The 1st-round pick from LSU in 2020 got 7. 1st down, quick throw, Sky Moore. Blocking out in front, had the tight end Noah Gray. You see the touchdowns, 22 to 3 interceptions, 4 touchdowns tonight, no picks. Edwards-Helaire is brought down by Divine Diablo. These 2 meeting for the first time on Monday Night Football since 2003. Not disappointing. Here's one floated for Hartman. It's not there. And a stop by this Raiders defense to bring up 4th down and 3.
On some of those key throws down the field.
Here's the punt by Townsend. Fair catch hauled in by Keelan Cole. Inside the 10.
If they were able to come out of Arrowhead with a victory, what a long way that would take them.
Here's Jacobs. Some room to run. Nice cut. And he gets it up to the 15-yard line.
I mean, these games between these 2 teams haven't even been close. At this point in the game, they got a chance.
Jacobs, 1st down plus. Lowers his shoulder and bangs into L'Jarius Sneed. Pass is caught by Renfro. He got 9. Bolden in the backfield. 2nd down and 1. Carr throws it away, and Chris Jones is livid. He thought he was held. A little hesitation, and Jacobs has got a 1st down as he adds to his new career high in rushing. 1st down, Carr out to his right. Throws it away. They don't have Waller. Here's Renfro. Makes the catch, pops up, and a good tackle by Watson. Here's Adams. Makes the catch along the sideline. And while the sideline says he was out, the officials say he was in. Here's the catch.
Yeah, I don't think he has. There's where he has possession. I think
John,
it's incomplete.
it becomes a matter of when they deem he has possession on that catch.
Right. The left toe is the issue. Is it down when he has control of the football? I don't believe so. I believe he gets control with two hands with the right foot down, and then the left foot is out of bounds.
Carr, receiver falls down. There are no flags.
The press up here keeps Davante Adams from getting up the field, and you're going to see the contact then as Renfro's trying to come out of his break. But the press corner is why the timing of that was totally off. And Davante Adams and Renfro, they collide.
And the Chiefs, who at one point trailed 17-0, are going to win this game. They'll go to 4-1, another crushing loss for the Los.
Looks like they got to punt the ball away.
Kevin Huber, neither team has timeouts remaining. Not sure why they're giving Pittsburgh more time. They should have taken that down to a final second, and the ball rolls into the end zone. You know, at this point, if you're Cincinnati, the goal is just to not lose the game. So what appeared to be a Cincinnati victory didn't happen with a missed extra point, a missed field goal for the Bengals, and then a missed field goal by Pittsburgh hitting the post. Somehow has put us at 56 seconds to go in overtime in a tie game. Steelers have it at the 20-yard line.
And Mitch Trubisky in the 2-minute drill with a chance to be a hero in Pittsburgh on opening day. Can they get a big play downfield with one of these big receivers?
Shut that down if possible.
.56 seconds on the clock.
There's 56 seconds left. We are not using that clock. The clocks on these ends are valid. 56 seconds. Let's play ball.
So there was a clock issue on a side scoreboard that Sean Hockley asked to be shut down.
Good job by Sean Hockley taking control, and a really good explanation for the players on the field to understand where to look for the time remaining.
Steelers can still win this game with a field goal. 56 seconds to go. Trubisky. Step. Throw. Incomplete. Trey Flowers had a chance at an interception. NFL Today update. Back to New York and JB and Boomer.
An impressive scoring drive by KC.
Yeah, and in Charles, they go 11 plays, 75 yards in their opening drive. 9-yard touchdown pass from Mahomes to Travis Kelce. Chiefs take a 7-0 lead. Back out to you guys in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that game might be over before this one. 51 seconds left in OT. Trubisky throws it. Catch made right around the first down line. Deontay Johnson, they're going to call him just short. Third and a little less than a yard. 35 seconds left. A jump by Cincinnati. Trubisky stepping up. Free play opportunity. Trubisky stops and throws against the grain. Got his man. Freiermuth inside Cincinnati territory at the 45.
Remember what Pittsburgh signed up for with Mitch Trubisky?
Offside.
Athleticism and movement.
Defense 94. As penalties decline, the play results in a first down, and the clock will start on the snap.
And that movement saved that play for Pittsburgh, turned it into something bigger, and gives them hope that they can get into field goal range. There's Hubbard, number 94, jumping. And how about Pittsburgh staying with it as Cincinnati did earlier in the game and turning that miscue into a big play for themselves.
Right now, it would be a 63-yard attempt. 25 seconds left. Trubisky, quick hitter, is dropped. Deontay Johnson.
Well defended by Awuzie as well. He just drove on that one. And because the ball wasn't right on the receiver, Awuzie was able to impact it and knock it away.
Second down for the Steelers. Boswell came within inches of ending this one as he hit the left post. 21 seconds on the clock. Trubisky over the middle. Freiermuth. Clock is moving. 14 seconds left. They're going to clock it with 8. So this used to be Big Ben time. Ben Roethlisberger. How many times did we see him lead the Pittsburgh Steelers in clutch situations, get them down the field, either getting a touchdown or putting his team in field goal range? Mitch Trubisky is starting a new chapter of his career, and this is a new era for Pittsburgh.
And the way Ben Roethlisberger went out, I believe there were 8 times he did that last year where he led them down and brought them back from behind in the second half to win. So he knew how to do it, that veteran savvy as well as skill. Mitch Trubisky on opening day, could this be the time for him?
8 seconds left. Still have to be careful here with that clock. Trubisky tosses it. Incomplete.
They got to kick it here. I don't think you have a chance for another play.
5 seconds to go. And here is Chris Boswell. He gets another chance. This will be a 53-yard attempt.
And this is truly the decider. We don't play after this.
Boswell trying to get it done. Snap, placement, kick on the way. Boswell, that's a winner! Unforgettable season opener. And the Steelers outlast the Bengals in overtime. And a first down.
Rookie? Really? I mean, every time I watch Garrett Wilson, that's a veteran player with rookie status making plays at crucial times.
Under a minute to go. Wilson steps up. Sidearm toss. Bounces in the direction of Berrios. Incomplete. Pressure from C.J. Moore on the play.
And Okwara also coming off of the edge. One more time. He's a little fresher than everyone else. Remember I talked about Bam Knight being fresh coming in a couple games ago for the Jets? Okwara, you mentioned it earlier. This is only his second game back coming off the Achilles tear from last season.
Jets are going to need somewhere in the range of 22 yards to get into Greg Zuerlein territory. 53 seconds on the clock. Wilson on 2nd and 10. Uncorks it. Good grab, Garrett Wilson. They're going to mark him short of the first down. That was the initial call. Now the chain gang has moved, and they're going to give it to him. New set of downs with 30 seconds left. Wilson airing it out. Deep ball. Incomplete. He's looking for Berrios with 2 defenders back there. It stops the clock with 25 seconds to go.
And similar to what the Jets needed to do with Amon-Ra St. Brown, if I'm the Lions, there's no way I'm letting Garrett Wilson, 17 for the Jets, get off the line of scrimmage without at least 2 people going with him.
They just stopped the clock on that incompletion. The Jets do have 3 timeouts remaining. There's no reason to press here and force things in terms of your speed. Line of scrimmage is the 48. Shotgun. Wilson. Sacked at the 40-yard line. Now they'll use a timeout with 19 seconds left. Kaminsky gets home for the Lions.
Asking yourself at home, who is John Kaminsky? A 4th-round pick for Atlanta in 2019 with 5 career starts, only 1 with Atlanta. And look at the push he got there against Nate Herbig. and takes him all the way back inside. He felt like he was playing out of position in Atlanta, playing more inside than on the edge. But that inside pass rush there gave him an opportunity. There's Aaron Glenn, the former New York Jet great, now spearheading the defense for the Detroit Lions.
Aaron Glenn was a star for the Jets, 8 years, went to 2 Pro Bowls as a member of the Jets, got to another Pro Bowl as a member of the Houston Texans, and this defensive improvement that we've seen from Detroit has put them in a position to possibly get to the 500 mark. A win would put them at 7-7 on the year. The Jets face a 3rd and 18. 19 seconds on the clock, all the way back at their own 40-yard line. Shotgun. Wilson pulls the trigger. Incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended target. And now it's down to one final play.
And once again, you have Jets receivers upset about not getting the football. Elijah Moore won that route off the line of scrimmage. He doesn't get it there. Garrett Wilson screaming at the sideline about where he should have gotten the football. Watch at the top. Watch Moore. He's got it right there. And then Wilson also upset. I think he feels like he got held. Looked like he had a hand, someone grabbing his arm in the back.
4th down. 14 seconds left. The Jets are down by 3. Wilson gets away. Wilson floats it up, and it's caught. Elijah Moore, 1 second left. They're trying to call a timeout. The Lions claim the game is over. The Jets talking to the officials that there should be 1 second left.
New York Jets have called a timeout with 1 second remaining. Timeout, New York. Second charge timeout.
They're going to be looking
1 second on the game clock.
at a 58-yard field goal to tie.
And what a play by Zach Wilson to get out of trouble. What a play by Elijah Moore to come back and find the football and the wherewithal to get that timeout called as he's being tackled.
1 second on the clock to give the Jets a chance. The scramble by Zach obviously took up time, but it also created an opportunity downfield.
It was time that was well spent because he had to create that time in order to try and find a receiver, and Elijah Moore did an excellent job coming back and getting the football.
58-yard attempt. Trying to tie the game. Hennessy to snap it. Man to hold it. Zuerlein. From 58 yards away. Zuerlein's kick. No good! The Lions hold on and remain in the playoff hunt. A damaging loss for the Jets.
Cal Adamitis. And back deep is Turpin.
You saw Turpin earlier. The coaches rave about this guy. He's back. We'll see. This is a big one for him in his career.
With 1:09 to go in the game. Turpin. Big boot by Huber back to the 25. Turpin racing toward the sideline. He's out of bounds at the 35. Cowboys will start from there.
One timeout to go. You're at the 35-yard line. You got a kicker who you've talked about earlier, has a big leg. You get to that 40-yard line, you got a decent shot at it for sure. If you have to, you can get to that 45. But truly, this first play is probably the most important play.
Here's Rush. Completes it to Lamb. We got a flag down in the middle of the field. Right where the linebackers were set at the snap.
Yeah, it looked like 33 Flowers might have been holding.
And by the way, Dalton Schultz was in for that play, so he's back.
I saw it was like he was hobbling, and that was Flowers on him. I would take the penalty. You get the first down.
Holding. Defense, number 43. The penalty is declined.
Well, he turns it down.
Still looking for 43 on their defense. I think it was 33 Flowers.
He doesn't take the first down. He refuses the penalty, so it'll be a 2nd and 2. Schultz comes out.
It's okay. The clock is stopped either way with that, right? But you're taking the extra yards.
Yeah, taking the
3
extra
yards and downs. That's an interesting. I mean, you can go either way. That's always a discussion.
Here's Rush. Ball's wobbling, but it's caught! It's caught by Noah Brown at the 45. The ball was deflected at the line by Logan Wilson, but it goes for 12.
Wow, Noah Brown fights through a tough Mike Hilton that comes up with a play that's reminiscent of Edelman in the Super Bowl with the tip.
Here's Rush going to the sideline, and it's caught. That's Lamb.
Save
and
that
they're in field
timeout.
goal range.
Save that timeout right now. Get up. Don't take it. Oh, they got a little rust right there. That's where you get up and hand it off quickly, do a play.
Yeah,
now
need to
you're
do that
out.
there.
Now you're actually going to end up kicking it from there.
Where did that come from, that timeout?
That was, I mean, first off, let's go back for a second. Cooper Rush, that was really clutch what he just did there over and over. And those balls were coming out on time. One of them was tipped, but that ball was going to be wide open too if it didn't get tipped. And you'll see right here.
When you're talking about Wilson got a hand on it.
Yeah, but that's going to be, ball would have been to him 2 seconds earlier than that. So to me, that's going to be a strike that he comes down. But then the quick out route, I mean, over and over. But that first play, getting that ball, gets the defense on their, you know, they're kind of backing off. They're scared. And here we go.
Hey, the last time we were here was in the playoffs, San Francisco and Dallas. You remember what happened at the end of that game? Right basically the same area. They ran out of time.
You're exactly right.
They ran out of time.
Let's see if they've...
Field goal from here would be about 53, 54 yards.
This is a running play. You're already in position, and then you just take it down to 4 seconds. You just can't get a holding penalty.
There's Pollard.
Now come back and clock it. You got to get up. And the Bengals, you try and sit on the player as long as you can. You don't let them get up. You're okay here. Everyone calm down. Get safe. Make sure everyone's on the line. You got to have 7 guys. There you go. Now clock it.
That works out to perfection. It'll be an attempt of 50 for the win. Cooper Rush, we've referenced many times as one start. It was on Halloween night, and he came disguised as Tom Brady in the last 2 minutes with a game-winning drive on that occasion. Can he have another game-winning drive in his second career start?
No, Nick, you don't start your career like that, do you? I mean, he started off rough in Minnesota, then he came back at the end and turned it on. The second half was amazing there. Tonight, great start, a little rough in the middle, turns it on at the end.
Maher has had one attempt today, good from 54. His other attempt this season, week 1, was good from 51. This is 50.
Does he do it, Jim?
Here it is, on the way. Maher's kick. It's good. Cowboys win it.
What a moment for that young man. Takes out Burrow, who comes on last season as the darling, and Mike McCarthy rallies the troops.
3 others to the right, including the former Raven Hayden Hurst, who has a touchdown tonight. 3rd and 5 to Chase. Got it! Chase working on Humphrey. Down the stretch. Touchdown for the lead for Cincinnati. It's Mixon dancing inside the 5 to the goal line. And they mark him short initially. The Bengals end another long drive with a go-ahead score. Burrow will be pushed in and is in for the touchdown. Wilcox, the tight end, was behind him. Wouldn't let Calais Campbell stop him. And Joe Burrow has tied the game with a touchdown run. Snap was high, and this one is good. It was ruled good. You cannot look at it if it goes above the height of the goalpost. It's its first lead of the game. Huber brought it down. That one right over the top, which means it is good. 1-point lead.
Here is about as good as I've ever seen. It appears that it actually is.
This is now.
Cover 0. Here they come.
And here's Lamar getting it out to Andrews. Tight end bowls over at Mike Hilton. All 3 timeouts. Lamar out quick. It's Andrews one more time. Von Bell hits him at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Lamar trying to escape. Here he goes to the 45-yard line. Use a timeout here. Let's see. Yeah, he will. Harbaugh will take a timeout. Okay, there was a review on the last play for 12 players on the field.
Forcing that foul for 12 players on the defense. I need 1 minute, 10 seconds on the game clock. 1:10.
We'll see.
Lamar Jackson keeps it, running between the tackles. On the move, Jackson to the outside, into field goal range at the 35-yard line. when you need it. Dial them up for 20. With the 36, Drake will run. The 2-yard line. Cincinnati takes its second timeout. 52 seconds left. To almost leave Cincinnati with nothing. 2nd and 6. Jackson will run between the tackles. He's a yard short of the first down. Bengals take that last timeout with 46 seconds. Just a yard away, and Jackson keeping again, and he's got it. Across the 26-yard line from 43. Nick Moore snaps it. Jordan Stout holds it. Justin Tucker wins it for Baltimore. But then they left it to, you can make an argument, the best kicker the NFL has ever seen. We know Adam Vinatieri has the Super Bowl success and all that. When you look at the numbers, hard to find anybody better than Justin Tucker. Zach Taylor knew out of timeouts.
Make that call, but now the Chargers have to try and bail them out and make a big stop.
Brissett on the quick slant. That's complete. Inside the 35 is Amari Cooper. That's a first down. Clock continues to move. Cleveland cannot stop the clock.
Well, they don't really have to stop the clock. They're on the 45-yard line with 50 seconds, sitting at 1st and 10.
Going to give it to Kareem Hunt, and Hunt can't escape the tackle by Derwin James. 2nd and 11. Cade York has a long of 58 yards. Brissett gonna go deep. Down the near sideline is out of bounds, incomplete. Donovan Peoples-Jones, the intended receiver.
I got to tell you, I didn't see this game coming. I certainly didn't see the last 2 minutes coming, Greg. Your only chance right now, if you're the Chargers, is you've got to force a sack. You've got to force a negative play. So Brandon Staley right now, you've got to think they're gonna send an all-out blitz. Now the Browns are in empty formation. Looks like the Chargers are playing coverage, but somebody up front has to try and make a play and get to Brissett.
Brissett to the outside, incomplete, off the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. So Cade York missed from 45 earlier. This looks to be about a 54-yard attempt. He has a long this season of 58. From 54 yards. For the lead. Missed it. Pushed it to the right just as he did the earlier attempt.
OMG, Greg. I can't even.
The rookie out of LSU didn't miss this one by as much as the one he did earlier. Coming into this game, he was 8 for 8 in field goal tries.
What a sequence. I can't even. I'm almost speechless. And I know Brandon Staley and I know the Chargers have to breathe a huge sigh of relief because they just got bailed out.
I think they're also speechless. Justin Herbert takes the knee and they run out of time. Our final score, Cleveland falling to the LA Chargers 30-28. Let's take you to James Brown in New York for the State Farm.
His own volition. This is just smart football if you're Buffalo.
Yep.
Use as much clock as possible. They needed 2 yards for a first down.
They got it.
So you're Baltimore, you cannot stop anything.
Nope.
Buffalo can do as they please, and Calais Campbell knows it.
Remember, they don't have Justin Tucker, but they really like Tyler Bass. Worst case scenario for them.
It's 1st and goal. They'll just go with a tight formation and take a knee. Just keep burning clock.
And I think people wonder, well, why don't you just run Josh Allen on the quarterback sneak? You just don't want any extra ball handling. You don't want the ball pop free and lose an opportunity to score.
And again, these are decisions that are made in the moment.
Yes.
Players and coaches. The idea of letting them score the touchdown with 1:40 left is just to give yourself a fighting chance later. Buffalo takes another knee here.
And it's part of the evolution of how we look at the game, because you and I both know when we were kids, the idea of you telling someone, let them score, that just was not part of the lexicon and not part of the whole thing at all. Now, it's a new math, a new football, a new way of doing things.
And the key, as we know, is to give yourself a chance.
Yes, that's it. Could you imagine convincing your coach back in the day? Look, coach, we just let him score.
And words being exchanged along the Baltimore sideline. Marcus Peters upset, just slammed his helmet down.
Timeout, Buffalo, that first. Please just set the game clock to 3 seconds.
And as I think back on the run previously from Singletary, the only thing that struck me, it looked like a few Baltimore players
were trying to.
Might have thought, hey, let him score, and a few others thought differently. That might have been what some of the discord is right now of what the philosophy was on that play. It's allowed the Bills to have complete control of the clock and of the situation.
And I do think it harkens back to losing that 21-point lead in the 4th quarter against Miami. They are right back there looking at that. Another big score, another big lead, potentially blown here at home.
Chip shot from 21 yards away. Tyler Bass. The kick is good, and it's a game winner. The Bills complete the comeback, and they knock off the Ravens 23-20.
It in. No timeouts for Houston. Cowboys rush 3. Ogunbowale trying to get out of bounds. He does, but no gain on the play.
And remember, to get out of bounds, it's one thing to exit the field of play. It's another thing to have your momentum going forward. That was close. If they can hold him and keep his momentum going backwards or laterally, they'll run that clock, which is exactly what Trayvon Diggs was trying to do.
So it's 2nd and 10 now.
No timeouts. Got to score a touchdown. 35 seconds. Deep in your own territory. This is, the man Mills is up against it now.
Mills with pressure up the middle. Directing traffic on the run. Throwing over the middle. He's got Chris Moore. Moore into Dallas territory at the 44. Clock running. 23 seconds and counting.
And DeMarcus Lawrence almost had him in the backfield. Mills, more athletic than I think he gets credit for. Escapes the pocket. Delivers a huge chunk play that they desperately needed. See if they can start taking some shots at the end zone, gain a couple more yards, get out of bounds, try and take some shots in the end zone.
14 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. The ball at the 44-yard line of Dallas.
Yeah, really about 2 plays left. Try and get positive yards and then heave one up and hope for a miracle. But I think the tide really turned when they gave Dallas that opportunity after the 4th down, right? They had a timeout to really get their ducks in order and in line, and they get stopped on the speed option. Now Mills is up against it. Got a ton of space in the middle of the field. You see Dallas hoping he throws it in here so they can rally and tackle.
Flag down. There was movement on the left side of the line. This is a false start. This play did not happen. The false start on the left side of the Texans' offensive line is going to cost Houston.
False start.
Oh, that's going to hurt him.
Number 78. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That's the Pro Bowler Laramie Tunsil.
And just a crucial false start right there. You see him get the early start. 78, Laramie Tunsil, who they acquired from Miami.
What do you do with it as a quarterback here? You're at the 49-yard line. You obviously need a touchdown. You have maybe 2 or 3 plays left.
Most importantly, they got to just get a quick completion, get out of bounds, and then try and take a shot at the end zone. Watch him try and oh, wow, 2 in a row. Oh, man.
Number 78, 5-yard penalty, second down.
The moment feeling pretty big for Houston.
That's that Micah Parsons effect. You see him, you know you got him barreling down on you. You want to get a little bit of a jump start. It was funny talking to him in that production meeting saying, you know, how do you know you're in the game? You need a sack, you need a tackle, what do you need? Because I just need 1 rep. And I know if that tackle makes a big set and oversets, he's scared of my speed. I could use my power.
2nd and 20. Mills flushed.
This is going to be it.
Heaving it deep.
Great.
High arcing toss for the end zone. It is intercepted. Cowboys pick it off in the end zone. And Dallas will avoid a Texas-sized upset. Israel Mukuamu with the interception to ruin the hopes of the Houston Texans.
Well, look at all the Dallas Cowboy defenders in the spot where the ball's landing. I mean, it's like they switch roles right there. That's where the Texans are supposed to be to try and tip it. But look at that. I mean, that's just a defensive team meeting all right there. All the guys. It's your local congregation there getting together.
Fitting on a Sunday as the Cowboys win it 27-23.
Much closer than they wanted, but it went.
Well, wearing the other uniform, and he starts with a handoff to Gordon. And Melvin Gordon on first down, brought down by Monet. Wilson throws, pass is caught. And a reach for the first down, depends where they put it. Oh, it's close. It is close by Okwuegbunam. Pass is caught. Albert again, and he is wrestled down after a gain of 6. Snap a bit low underneath Williams. First down. Javonte Williams stays upright and takes it up close to the 49, a gain of 8. But he stayed in bounds, and the clock runs.
Call, and Russell Wilson finding him and recognizing what he had.
Wilson has converted 5 of the last 6 third downs. Williams gets the catch, and the tackle made by Barton. Williams makes one man miss, and Javonte to the 46 of Seattle. From 64, McManus missed it. And the Seahawks are going to win this game. And you can't forget the 12th man. A big factor in this game. They came here early, they were loud, and they never let up. And Russell Wilson, the Broncos, come in here and come up a point short.
Down there, so now you can look them. Oh, I'm going to throw it again over the middle and get out of bounds, extending 4, 5, 6 plays then.
That picked up 4. Remember, they spiked it, so it's 3rd and 6 with 24 seconds. To the sideline and out of bounds with the catch is Miller with 19 seconds.
Nobody in the history of the game just decides to show up all of a sudden in the big time moments like this guy. He's not nervous, Jim. He's done this in Super Bowls over and over again, but it's still got to get into the end zone, and that's going to be much tougher.
14 yards out, 19 seconds. Back to the sideline, and another catch by Miller as they inch closer.
Ramsey switches sides. He goes over there to try and take that away. He didn't think you would just attack him with Scotty Miller, and he played too soft. Brady's getting him into position.
They picked up 53 yards in 37 seconds without a timeout.
A sack ends the game right here. The game is over with a sack. Aaron Donald, he knows that. Tom Brady also does.
From the 7, looking for the win, and it's incomplete. And they get the flag. They've got the ball set up off the DPI at the 1-yard line as Kendrick is going to be called for pass interference.
Defense number 6. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. It's first and goal.
Well, this is what the term is hook and turn. You hook the defender and you turn him with your hand, and that's the correct call. Todd Bowles knows it. And now you can't run the ball on this one. You run the ball when you have one play left, Jim, if you wanted to. But if you're the worst running team in the history of the league,
you're not going to start
running the ball right
you're
here.
Not here. Although you got Fournette right next to Brady's right hip.
You've got 3 plays. If you throw them quickly, don't want to try and scramble around or anything. Just throw it away if it's not there right away.
Here's the snap to Brady. Fakes to Fournette. He throws. It's caught. It's in for the touchdown. Incredible. Tampa Bay takes it 60 yards.
And the fourth quarter woes continue for the Rams. It's going to be a 10-0 fourth quarter after the extra point, and Kendrick getting picked on that drive. And though even Ramsey switched over and got picked on twice, but what a play call.
Cade Otton, the first touchdown by a tight end this year at Tampa Bay.
You're exactly right. You missed that Gronk guy, but how different did that offense look on that drive all of a sudden? It was almost like
I didn't recognize it.
Well-oiled machine.
I had flashbacks.
You've only done a few of those big games with Brady over the years.
And Gronk.
Happens again.
Extra point suck-up is good. Brady's 58th pass attempt finally yields the touchdown, and Brady celebrates with Byron Leftwich. And what you can't say is saved the season, because that division is all under 500, but it certainly changes the optics and the way you march on from here.
You're going to see a fake, and these guys right here, eyes. Look where all their eyes are. They're inside. And that right there is what gets it open. The communication poor on when to switch or not. 33 Scott wasn't talking with Kendrick. When you have a bunch formation, sometimes you stay on your guy, sometimes you pass off, let a guy go inside. Miscommunication. Todd Bowles, desperate for a win, gets it today, and Tom Brady and Byron Leftwich fall in love all over again.
Boy, the emotion in his eyes and the disbelief in the eyes of Sean McVay. What a difference this guy made in the game.
Oh, he was a monster. The bully showed up.
But you got this rookie who suddenly made a giant leap today as a part of this offense with 5 catches for 66 yards. Baby Gronk has arrived.
Still early for me to call it.
Yeah.
But Otton, really, that play down that middle, changed everything, because it's okay if they throw it underneath you. You can't let a guy get behind you. And when that happens, now you could throw the ball to the sideline. Getting 5 yards or 6 yards or 7 from the 40 back there, Jim, you're not going to do that more than twice. But when you get all the way up there, now it's easy. They extended that drive as long as possible. It was a perfect execution. It's a teaching tape.
Well, you got 9 seconds. You need to somehow do some miraculous thing and get out of bounds. A field goal to tie. You know, we saw something like this, I want to say, Kansas City. When was that? I mean,
you've seen it. They threw inside to somebody, one of these guys, real quick. The problem is, if you do that, the game's over unless you do some trickery.
Flag first. We'll back up the Rams.
Offense number 71. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
Tried a little trickery on the snap. Kind of hurt themselves as Evans, 71, jumps. And Sean McVay, Aaron Donald, some special players. The problem is they ran into a guy who's as special as they come. They're just, wow. So, quick screen right here. Throw the ball out to one of these guys. Get your old lineman getting over there.
Might as well big cup. Who sends it all the way over to the other side of the field to Powell. This is not who you want. Now back to Cup. Cup tackled Game over.
And the band is coming on the field. What an ending. Wow. And the Rams are dejected. They had this game won. This was a must-win in a lot of ways for both teams.